Morning. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough love and quite enough joy to walk through our every fear. For Spirit, Great Spirit, is in this very room, and in this very room, and in this very room.
Receptive to the very best of ourselves. Reveling in it. Revealing a grander expression of who we are with every breath and every heartbeat. We say yes. And all is well. And so it is.
So it is. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This peace that I have, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. One more time. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. And so it is.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good wake-up call there, boy. And now we have Wendy has volunteered to do a reading.
Sister. Is that a good closeness to the mic?
You got it. That's fine. Thanks.
I'm going to read from our Science of Mind monthly. And this is today's reading. What I know for sure. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you've received it, and it will be yours. and that's from Mark 11:24. And this is from Ernest Holmes, from This Thing Called You, page 34. To realize that God is ever present, ever available, is to know that all the wisdom, intelligence, and power of the universe is right where you are. Your word is power when you know this. I know life is amazing and also can be terrifying. I know life is abundant and often there is scarcity. I know there is kindness and goodness, and yet there is also hatred and resentment. I know most of the time life doesn't seem to make sense, and the problems of the world appear to be incredibly overwhelming. Yet, what I know for sure is that there is a power for good, a source of creativity and peace and joy. Whatever you may call this presence, I know it as love. I know love as unconditional, everlasting, and ever present, even in the midst of confusion, sorrow, and pain. I know love is everywhere and in everyone, and I'm willing to see beyond the contradictions of the world, to see love in every person. I am willing to see beyond confusion, to know the presence of love is at the center of every activity. What I know for sure is that you and I are on this amazing journey to know and see love for each other and ourselves. I know that even in the midst of fear and doubt, our prayers are always answered. I know that, as Holmes wrote, prayer is not an act of overcoming God reluctance, but should be an act of acceptance of his highest willingness. I know you're abundantly blessed with God's gifts of love, joy, and peace. And this is the affirmation. You could say it after I say it. I know the presence of love is at the center of every activity. I know the presence of love is at the center of every activity. And so it is.
Well, as usually happens, the Spirit's always at work, and the song I was planning to sing is exactly that. There is only love. So, seems like it happens almost all the time here. There's a reading, and then the music ties right into it without any plan. Perhaps there's a bigger plan at work. I know better than that. It's not about me. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see, everybody now, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. All right. Thank you.
Only love. Man, that's good for the reading right now. They're talking about only love. Can you believe it?
think you turned off your mic.
Man, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the San Francisco Center for Spiritual Living, where what happens here? Okay, we're not sure what happens here, are we? It's like, we got up and we got everything is happening here. Okay. The children, when I was a child, we used to say everything is everything. We have such good expressions when you're young to just sum everything up. Everything is everything. What does that mean? Anything you want it to mean. Everything is everything. What do we begin with? Our weekly affirmation is never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens can make a difference in the world. Indeed, that's all that ever has. That's Margaret Mead speaking to us, and it's timeless wisdom. Each of us are citizens of the Most High indwelling and self-existing God. Each of us are citizens of planet Earth. We're all citizens of a grander idea, and that means each of us is making a difference. Each of us is a difference maker. Yes? I love it. I always think of it this way. There's something called the law of displacement with water. Okay, you see it when you get in the bathtub. But that literally means when I jump into the ocean, the ocean has to respond to me. As big as it is, as mighty as it is, as powerful as it is, it can't do anything about it. Unless, of course, I'm in those northern or southern regions that it freezes over and that'll keep me out. But once I'm in, it makes room for me. And even though I can't measure and I can't see it, the level of the ocean imperceptibly raises because I'm in it. How powerful is that? Man, these kinds of things just have me. I'm telling you, consciousness is something that when you get it, you can't help but strut. You can't help it because you understand that it's not about the smallness of me, the fear of me, the doubt of me. We've been talking about doubt all month. I'm having a great time with doubt. I had no idea I would have so much fun with this idea because doubt has something sacred attached to it when used in consciousness. Yes? Am I in the right room? Oh, okay. I have actually. No, that's great. I'm a two-fisted drinker here. I got two different. Not that I know anything about that. I think I read that in a novel somewhere. Oh, my. So this month is Doubt as Devotion this week. The core message, doubt is not unbelief. Doubt is faith, questioning the condition. Doubt is the doorway to discernment. Now, you know they give me an outline, and I always tweak it up and work it up. So this, if you have one of those outlines, this is not on it. Doubt is not unbelief. Doubt is faith questioning the condition. Doubt is the doorway to discernment. Discernment is the wisdom to know the difference of what must be accepted, what must be changed, what must be healed, what must be released, and what must no longer be allowed to have dominion in my consciousness. What does that mean? Too soon? All right, we'll keep going. We're taught to fear doubt. Doubt is one of those things in the Western mindset is not supposed to happen because certainty is revealed as smart, as capable, as confident, as competent, is how you climb the ladder confidently. And we're supposed to know. I remember somebody was on, Congress was eschewing somebody about something. And the person was like, well, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. And they came back, well, that's even worse because you're supposed to know. It's your job to know. Anybody know what I'm talking about here? Do you feel that same? Was that the way you're supposed to know the answer? There's a thing one teacher told me about this. There's the curse of the first right answer. It's in the classroom. The first hand that goes up is that people are talking. Just get your hand in the air and come up with an answer because it looks like you're trying and that makes you smart even if you're wrong. I said, well, nobody told me that. I'd had my hand up all the time. But because I didn't think I knew the answer, I kept my hand down. I saw people putting their hands up that never got the answer right. I didn't know that was a strategy. I just thought they didn't have enough sense to know they didn't know the right answer. And that's why you don't listen to yourself only. Yes? We're taught that doubt was the enemy. We're taught that if you really believe, we would not question. We talked about this last week. You get into a faith tradition, you're not supposed to question what the rules are. You accept what they are. I don't want you to believe a word I say. And this is coming straight off of Reverend E's playbook right here. Don't believe a word I say. Try it. Go test it. This is foolproof. I know. I'm the fool who they proved it on. Okay? This works all of the time. And I'm now the foolish one, foolish enough to keep going back to it over and over again. If we really trusted God, we would not wonder. If we really had faith, we would not hesitate. Sometimes the thing that we're supposed to be faithful in and towards is so big that who we think we are is overwhelmed by the bigness of that task ahead of us. You know what I'm talking about? And I mean, I'm not going to get into particulars. Somebody walked through the door one time and said they needed $10,000 by the end of the day. I'll be honest. I looked there like, what are you talking to me for? You want me to pray up $10,000 in a day? I didn't have the faith I could do that. I was pretty faithful that I couldn't do it, quite frankly. But something happened to me in that conversation. I realized, I don't really, because I kept trying to get out of it, but the woman kept saying, Moanta, I need $10,000 today. She's like, preacher man, what are you going to do about this? I said, faith is in the room. It's just not in me. She's got the faith that she's going to get this money. She's clear she's going to get it. She's not letting me off the hook. So I started praying with her faith. I took my cue from her. I got my littleness out of the way. I said, well, don't listen to you because you're scared. You're intimidated. So your prayer is going to go right where all the scared, intimidated prayers go. And that's not what she needs right now. I got to tell you, I was a heck of a prayer. I stood outside the prayer watching myself doing it going, this guy, he's doing good here. It happens sometimes. You're in the middle. It's not you. So you can actually be watching you do it. She got the money. I'd like to say I wasn't surprised, but I was a little surprised. I kept thinking, she should get this money. She should get this money. She should get this money. But I didn't hear from her till the next day. She said, yeah, I got it. I'm like, yeah. But I learned something about faith. See, there's something in neuroscience, neuropsychology, about how what is the word? When we're together, we have a tendency to regulate, co-regulate. Do you understand what I'm saying? The energy, because we're group animals. We're pack animals. We're part of a larger group. We're not individuals. That individualism is really not a thing. We're individualized expression of the whole. Just like the wildebeest is an individualized expression of the herd. Do you understand? The water is one drop in the ocean. So we are always part of something grander, and we co-regulate. This is why women's menses come together when they get together for long periods of time. Science still isn't, I checked this out online 2 weeks ago. They still haven't accepted that fact. Well, we don't really have concrete evidence. How much concrete evidence do you need? Well, it might be coincidence, it might be this. We co-regulate, but they do know we co-regulate. So when she came in here with her faith, there was a co-regulation with my faith. This is why you want to be around people who are moving the direction you're going, who think at the plane that you're thinking and beyond. Someone said, if you're the smartest friend in your group, then you need new friends, because we want to always be expanding. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. I'm not saying get rid of those friends, although some may need to go. Reverend Ike would talk about it, so you might need to go to a different hairdresser, because the conversations in that room while they're working on your head and you're wide open could be so detrimental to you that you walk away thinking all kinds of things about yourself that just aren't true. So we're all in this together. And faith is something that we're all experiencing. And we can borrow it from one another. And that's why that song is still, that's an icon. Lean on me when you're not lean on me. That's what community does. That's what family does. That's what friends are for. What must no longer be allowed to have dominion over my consciousness? everything and anything. See, with doubt, and I'm loving the reading today if I can get it right, everything is love expression. Doubt is simply asking the question, is this love too? Can this be love too? Because our physicalness, how we are measuring things in this dualistic reality that we call reality, it says, be afraid, be very afraid. And there's sometimes, you might not have to be afraid, but if the lion is chasing you, you might want to run. And I understand that fear gives us that adrenaline to make us run faster. So it does have a purpose. Yes? But what if doubt is not the enemy of faith? What if doubt is the place where borrowed belief becomes a living faith? What if doubt is not a detour from devotion? What if doubt is devotion itself? The key line here is doubt is not your breakdown. Doubt is your interface with the unknown. Doubt just means I'm seeing something I don't quite understand. I don't see the pattern yet. But I know there's a pattern. What is the pattern? The pattern is oneness. Or as Dan said, Dan, right? Said, it's everythingness. It's isness. It's oneness. The condition may exist. The condition may be real on the level of experience. But the condition does not get to call itself my reality. I do not deny the condition. I deny its dominion. Do you understand? Somebody give that back for the people in the room. Who gets it? Who can encapsulate? Say what they say. I do not deny the condition. I deny its dominion. Okay. There you go. I like that. It might be a factor, but it's not the conclusion. It's not the solution. Okay, we'll go with that. That works. I do not deny the appearance. I deny its authority to become God. And when we say become God, that means I worship it. How do we know we worship it? Because we spend all the time thinking about the problem. When we think ourselves all the time thinking about the problem, we are worshiping at the altar of the problem. I do not doubt God. I doubt that this condition is greater than God. See how doubt keeps working in the way? It's a refiner. It's the doorway to discernment. Doubt is the doorway to discernment. It is faith asking, what is this condition? Why have I given it power? Why am I given this power? Well, I'm giving it power because I've been conditioned to think that this is reality. And this is not a mark on their parents because they gave us the very best life they knew how to give us. And chances are it was a sight better than the one they got. That's just the way it works. I don't even try to tell my mom about the things she did wrong anymore because when she tells me what happened to her when she was a child, it's so much worse than what happened to me. I just learned to just be quiet because I don't want to hear how bad it was. I don't want to hear how bad your life was. I don't want to hear it. Not if I means, do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm here trying to cry the blues about me. If we're going to spend time talking about that, then okay, but I don't even get to talk about me. Now I'm crying the blues. It's like, man, and what happened to you was so bad, I walk away feeling worse than I did when I walked in. I had to learn to give Mom a break. Say, I've not got nothing to say. Whatever you want to do is okay with me. Because when she tells her story, she gave me a much better life. Now, maybe your mom didn't do that. I can accept that. But carrying grievances is just a one-way ticket to Miseryville. I've been the mayor of that town. Yes. It is. It's something I'm going through. But it's not here to stay. It's not here to stay. Because who I am is always bigger than the experience. Dr. Holmes says there's more to me than flesh and bone. I love that. There's more to me than flesh and bone. There's more to me than experience, this experience right here. I'm always bigger than it. This is good to know. because some things are overwhelming. But the thing about being overwhelmed just means my ego can't handle the surge. The surge protectors snaps off because the ego's fragile. It has a very fragile idea of who I am. You know why? Because it's false. It's crafted the very best parts of what I think I am and what I think I should be and what people told me is what a good boy is and what I decided, well, I'm going to be an outlaw, what the bad boy is. And it's all stitched together into this perfect persona, this fabric that I call me. Anything that comes along and threatens that idea of me overwhelms me, and this feels like I'm under threat. Yes, the I that I think I am is under threat. Why? Because the I that I actually am is trying to bust out. And it's creating circumstances and conditions to bust me out. If you want to know why you're being overwhelmed right now, it's because something is calling you deeper than it's ever called before. It says you are bigger and stronger and mightier than whatever it is you're looking at. Take your eyes off the problem and put them on the solution. Put them on principle. I do not doubt God. I do doubt that this condition is greater than God. This can't be bigger than all there is. It's contained in the isness. And I am one with it, which means I have to be one with all the stuff I don't like and all the low-down, dirty new goods that I thought weren't going to get to heaven. I'm one with them too. It's the first time I put that not going to get to heaven line in there. I'm actually doing some deeper work with this up here right now because, some things I thought I'm going to carry to my grave. It was a righteous indignation. It wasn't just indignation. It was righteous indignation. Does anybody else know what righteous indignation is besides me? Okay. That's the stuff you wear it as a badge of honor. And we call ourselves survivors. And I've survived a lot of stuff. But survivor is not my name. There you go. See? I'm going to be a prevailer. I've prevailed over this. I didn't just survive. I've lived on. I've manifested more. I have a life that includes the thing that happened to me, and I've built a life beyond it. So it doesn't define me. Why am I going back to defining myself to that space where I felt the smallest, where I felt abused, and now I get to carry that abuse through everywhere I go? Whoa, what's the old, what do they call them, old Negro spirituals? Nobody knows the trouble I see. Everybody knows the trouble you've seen because we all got the same trouble. We're overwhelmed. And we think that's bad. Overwhelm is the oil light on the dashboard, not the gas light, because you can go a while with the gas light on. Even if the brake light on, you say, I got to get these brakes fixed, right? You can have the light come on, I'm going to need some coolant, I'm going to have to get, but when the oil light comes on, a good driver, a wise driver has one option. What is that? Stop. Pull over. Find assistance. Get help. Yes? And we're all old enough in here to know who Lassie is. If Lassie could go get help. Yes.
I had that experience last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago when I missed coming because I turned my car on and oil light came on. So okay, no problem. And I got 2 quarts of oil and I ended up pouring it in the wrong container, like where the coolant should go. And so I called Stephen, who now is in Las Vegas, who said, I made a really bad mistake. Can I drive on it?
Oh my gosh, can I drive? Absolutely. He's like, not very far. You know.
And then added the coolant in the right place, and that's what happened my Sunday when he was elsewhere. So I understand that.
Yeah, you had a real demonstration of that, because you were actually about to ruin your car. That's what that was about to happen. See. And that's what we do when we don't pay attention. When we don't pay attention. I love the philosophy. It came to me years ago when I first began that this philosophy has one requirement. Pay attention. And that's the only debt you really have to pay. If you're paying attention, then Spirit takes care of all these other things. What is this condition? Why have I given it power? How is it operating in my conscience? Why did I mistake this for truth? What is mine to do now? What is mine to do now is turn back to the truth. What is mine to do now is remember who I am, that I'm a citizen of the Most High. Citizen means I come with a crew. I come with numbers. I'm never by myself. We have an expression that I just love, says, one with God is always a majority. Because I'm not separate from the opposition. I'm co-regulating the very best in me with the very best in them. I'm co-regulating the worst in them with the worst in me and recognizing that we're each ascending to a higher level. I'm depending on this idea to keep me conscious, to keep me, what's the word I'm looking for, buoyant in the awareness of my being enough to navigate whatever the waters are and get me where I'm going. This is the serenity prayer that says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Doubt is that space in the middle. I'm looking, can I change it? Can I not change it? Can I change it? Can I not change it? I don't have to change it. There's a divine change. Sam Cooke said, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change is going to come. Oh, yes, it is. I am the change that's coming. I'm the change. Each of us is the change that's coming. And when I say coming, I'm not talking about at a far-off time, at a future time, in a different time. I mean, I'm the change that's unfolding right now. It's happening right now. When does a flower bloom? When it opens or when it's planted? See, we're stuck in a sequence called time. Time is a construct. We know time is a construct, but we keep using it anyway. We know the sun doesn't rise in the east and set in the west, but we keep saying it anyway. We built a whole system based on sunrise and sunset, and we know it's a lie. So we've conditioned ourselves to accept lies about things that aren't true. So when things that aren't true show up, we're conditioned to accept them because that's what the group accepts. But the group evolves because some people are strong enough and powerful enough and wise enough and brave enough to recognize that my consciousness, what? Makes a difference. And sometimes it looks like you're the only one. But you're just the only one standing right now saying this is the truth. I talked about how I changed the convention last week. We're trying to get everybody to sign off on these like 10 tenets. Might have been 12 tenets. I don't remember the tenets because I remember one of them stuck out and I was like, oh, hell no. These are things we need to form the global mind and the global heart vision. Trust and all these different ones. I don't remember them, but one of them said tolerance. Tolerance. I couldn't even swallow it. Tolerance. So when they took the vote, everybody said, yeah, these are great, these are great, these are great. They said, all opposed? I was the lone voice. I said, I'm not signing off on this. Well, what's wrong with tolerance? I'm sorry, my vernacular is, I don't want nobody tolerating my blankety, blankety, blank. Don't tolerate me. If that's all you got for me is tolerance, then I don't want to be here. Tolerance is not welcoming. Tolerance means, well, since you're here, I guess we'll get a deal with you now. We're going to tolerate you being present. I'm not, see, there's a specificity to the language that you have to use, we have to use to our advantage. They say, well, what do you? I said, I need inclusion. I want to be included. I like this. I said, there's a lot of the huge gay contingent, so even though I'm standing by myself, I just turned. I said, what about my gay brothers in here? Do you want to be tolerated? Well, I ain't the only one standing now. Now 2/3 of the room probably like, oh no, we don't want to be tolerated. And change the convention. And they inserted inclusion. Because I said no. You can say no. And you can say yes. And let it rest. If they don't change it, then maybe I'm in the wrong place. You see? Maybe this isn't, or maybe I need to stay here and work within because they can get it, they just don't get it yet. Sometimes you actually have the highest vision, the brightest light in the room. It comes with a responsibility. Don't be mad because nobody can see what you see. Be grateful that you can see what nobody else can see. It's a blessing. But we'll curse that gift. Man, nobody can see what nobody knows. Now I'm feeling persecuted because nobody's listening to me. There was a book when I was a child called Nobody Listened to Andrew. It was a great book. It was my anthem book for a long, long time. I don't get to claim that anymore because I don't want that to be the truth about me. Nobody listens to Andrew. And it's simply not true. People listen to me a lot. But I still got it in my mind. Nobody listened to Andrew. Nobody cares what I think. Poor little me. Poor, pitiful me. Has anybody got a poor, pitiful me in their mind talking about poor, pitiful me all the time? Yeah, don't listen to that person. That's your limitation talking. That's not fear. That's ingrained, conditioned limitation and duality. That is not fear. That's a reaction to the conditioning and the programming. Fear is healthy. The programming is not necessarily healthy. Are you with me so far? I see you threw your head back, Dr. Joe. Okay. Faith is not something that floats above the world. Faith questions what is unloving, what is unjust, what is stagnant, what's unconscious, what's pretending to be permanent in my life. I tell you what's pretending to be permanent, all the stuff I think I can't live without. All the people I think I can't live without. All the things I'm doing I think I can't do without. I can't. If I don't get to do this, then I can't really be me. Well, maybe that's a good thing not being you. Maybe the reason why you're having doubt about this time and this thing is because it needs to go. Maybe your faith is on point. Maybe your faith is telling me, no, not this. There's a line where, there's a part in the Christian Bible where a man brings, I believe, his daughter to be healed by Jesus, and Jesus giving this big old speech about faith. Well, if you have enough faith, we can get this done. It's really one of those things that it kind of puts you in a situation, well, if it doesn't work, then it's my fault because I didn't have enough faith, And I've kind of seen that. A lot of people leave churches like that because they don't get the immediacy of their healing. It's kind of like the kid praying for a pony and looking for the pony in the middle of the prayer. And so, you got to stay to the end of the movie. Okay, the prayer is like you're putting a emotion into that collective field, that collective conscience, into the infinite mind. And because we don't see the manifestations right away, we're to bail on what we said and what we said we want, because now we're convinced we don't have it. You know why? Because we got used to not having it. Not having became the norm. So when we try to break out of not having and we don't see results right away, the not havingness of our being, see, I told you. You should have never asked for that. You should have never wanted that. That was not something you could have. You should have known better. How many got that voice that likes to say you should have known better? Beatles made an anthem. Yeah, I should have known better. But you didn't, Blanche. You didn't know better. So we did what we thought we had to do. I doubt that fear has the final word. I doubt that injustice is stronger than love. I doubt that this diagnosis is greater than God. I doubt that this grief is the whole story. It's not the whole story. How do you know it's not the whole story? I'm still alive. So the story's being told even still. And I'm the one who gets to decide what happens for the rest of the book. I'm every character. That's what Joseph Campbell taught us. I'm every character in my life. That's scary. That's spooky, man. Because there's some people in my life I take, oh no. I'm not one. I mean, I know I'm one with everything, but this right here, that right there, I'm not really a part of that because now I've judged this as being less than. I'm judging it. But I don't consider myself a judgmental person. The things that I think are bad are actually bad. Other people judge things, not me. Why? Because I'm too good to be a judger. So you don't want to be that person, see? Do you understand what I'm saying? We paint ourselves. I really used to think, I'm telling you, my second wife was really good about this. She looked at me one day, she said, I'm not going to tell you all the things she said later. I'll give you the punchline. She said, you ain't no picnic. What do you mean I'm not a picnic? I thought I was the picnic. I mean, I'm Sir Galahad on my trusty steed, going around saving people from forest fires and burning buildings and helping people on the street. I'm this great magnanimous being in my mind. And guess what? I am that. Because I swept all the stuff that ain't that under the carpet, under the rug, under the stairs. And that's the shadow that I'll keep trying to get away from like Peter Pan. But we cannot outrun our shadow. And in order to evolve, we have to embrace the shadow and include all of ourselves into the beingness. And this is how we overcome the thing which we fear. We learn to embrace our fear and integrate our beingness with the thing called fear. Fear is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Because it lets us know where the faith is waning. Where I need to shore up and say, tighten up on my backstroke. Self-reflection is doubt. That's my number one practice, self-reflection. What else could I have done? What else could happen here? What else is available? How can I be more loving here? I'm sorry, I'm going to be telling you the truth. I hate that one. I do. I keep doing it because I know how practical it is. I keep doing it because I know my opinion of it is only my opinion of it. And the reality of it is stronger than my opinion. So I'm only sharing this intimate detail with you guys so you know the doubt that I'm working with all the time. But I don't even want to say that out loud because what I know is that programming is so entrenched in me that even saying it brings me back to it. And now I have to claw myself back out of the egg all over again. Yes.
When you said earlier about, I doubt that this is the whole story. For me, that just opened up a whole different understanding of doubt. Because typically I've been taught that doubt is a bad thing, right? That you're a doubter, you're not, believer, so forth. But really, we can cast our doubt on things that we need to, and it's a form of discernment, right?
Absolutely.
And it's the same thing with good or evil or right or wrong. It's good to know what's wrong. We should have a wrong in our life. We should have, a good in our life, or know what is bad in our life. That it allows us to encompass that duality in a way that is less lopsided.
And what's good today can be bad tomorrow. And what's bad today can be good tomorrow. So how can I ever be sure what's good and what's bad? Because things change. Conditions change. Some people just got rescued from a cave at some beach. They're exploring some cave, and the tide came in. It was pretty cool exploring that cave. It was great. Probably had a great time in the cave, and then the tide came in. Wasn't so good anymore. Same place, different time. Bob Marley said your worst enemy can be your best friend. And your best friend can be your worst enemy. I've had the same person show up as best friend and worst enemy. And I have to celebrate them because I learned and I grew from both experiences. We have to be bigger than the container. That's why, was it Rumi said, out beyond the field of wrongdoing and right doing. I'll meet you there. I want to be in that place where we're not governing things by what's right and what's wrong because we know we're here to be supportive of what is. And then we come to agreement about what's acceptable to be a part of this group. And society has agreements and rules that we've said this is the truth. Sometimes we don't agree with those rules, and we might not be a part of that society. I'm not the blackest person in the world. I wear a lot of African stuff, but there's some people way more invested in it than me. I've been kicked out of groups because I ask too many questions. I'm stuck in oneness. I keep trying to bring oneness to everything I go to. If it's not conducive to oneness, then eventually I leave or they boot me out. Because I only have one agenda, oneness. I'm here to be the presence of the divine for everyone. And I'm co-regulating everything that I encounter. And I can't be around a conversation that's all about negativity. Because it co-regulates me into the negative. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I'm going to say something to kind of get to going back. But if that's not where the group wants to go, then I have to accept the fact I have to move on. Not means I have to stop loving them. It doesn't mean they can no longer be a part of my life. It does mean I stop centering them as my life. Because what I'm centering is consciousness. What I'm centering is God. And I'm going to keep, and this is the beautiful thing about it. And I get to bring them into that centering as whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as they are. They don't have to change. I have to change my opinion of them. Well, I don't have to. I get to. See? It's a privilege. It could be an obligation. Michael Beckwith has that beautiful expression, we're pushed by the pain until we're pulled by the vision. Well, some parts of me is still getting pushed by the pain. I'm doing it because I'm scared not to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm doing it because I have enough evidence that if you don't do this, you're going to be back in the same soup that you don't want to be in again. So I'm going to do this even though I don't like to do it. It's a drag to do it. I shouldn't have to go through all this. Why do I have to explain everything? Why do I always have to? Does anybody else got that? Why do I always have to be the one? Because you do. Because the one who has the consciousness is the one who's responsible for changing. The people who don't have the consciousness can't make a change that they don't have a consciousness of. But you do have the consciousness, and it's up to you to maintain that consciousness. And it might mean you might have to separate. It might mean you have to integrate. But what it does mean is you get to remember the truth, and that all of this is me expressing. It's great in relationships. Because, sometimes your partner just doesn't look like part of you at all. You look at your partner like, I don't even know what I was thinking. There are times you go, oh, my God, this is so wonderful. And you're right there. You're right, oh. And there's other times like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's all you, Moanta. It's all you. And it's a beautiful thing to have somebody reflect you back to you. It's hard work being in somebody's life, reflecting them back to them. Because, see, you're supposed to be working on yourself, and they're working on themselves. But the truth is we're seeing the shadow in one another. This is blowing my mind when I think we literally hook up with our shadow. Not that we're just hooking up with our shadow. We're hooking up with people who display shadow qualities back at us. So we can see what we need to work on. But we blame them for showing me what I need to work on. How dare you show me my deficiencies? I'm never going to speak to you again for that. Oh, man, you're going to show me where I'm weak, show me where I'm afraid, show me where I'm terrified, show me where I've been terrorized and paranoid. There's something wrong with you. There's something very right with them. Are you with me on this? I've covered a lot of this. Howard Thurman says, love has no scale. Love does not measure merit or demerit. Love loves because it is its nature to do so. Curtis Hopkins says, we're not doubting God. We're doubting a lesser idea of God. I've been leaning on Emmett Fox. Emmett Fox is brilliant. He's the one who says, don't feed the condition, feed the principle. Feed the principle. I heard when I was in the Christian church, if you let Jesus fight your battles, you'll never get a scratch. Turn it over to the Lord. Turn it over to God. One of my favorite hymns is, what a friend we have in Jesus, but the line says, oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. I'm like, man, I'm tired of this peace. I'm tired of this forfeiting peace. I'm tired of forfeit. I'm tired of the needless pain. I'm tired of it. What are you going to do, Moanta? I'm surrendering as fast as I can every chance I get. I'm not holding on to anything. Moving right along. Thich Nhat Hanh says, hold the question gently. Do not shame uncertainty. I created this little thing that reminded me of, what's that Corinthians, where whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is good report, think on those things. It's a whole thing about how love is all these things. And my practical faith litany says, beloved, whatsoever is loving without being sentimental, whatsoever is honest without being harsh, whatsoever is just without being vengeful, whatsoever is true without being cruel, whatsoever is compassionate without being passive, whatsoever is courageous without being reckless, whatsoever is open without being ungrounded, whatsoever is questioning without being cynical, whatsoever is doubting without denying the presence, let the mind rest there. Go back to that place. Faith is not something that floats above the world. Faith questions what is unloving, what is unjust, what is stagnant, what is unconscious, and what is pretending to be permanent. Again, doubt is not unbelief. Doubt is faith calling out the condition. I love that. It's calling it out. That means I got coming, calling out. That's like, you know what a call out is. I don't need to tell you what a call out is. That's what doubt is doing. It's calling out the condition. It's denying its claim to divinity, refusing to give it dominion, and opening the doorway to discernment. This is what I was to do this week is. Identify one doubt. Don't shape it. Don't shame it. Don't try to suppress it. You have a doubt somewhere lingering around, rattling around in there like I always see. It's like a roulette wheel, got a marble going around. Do not suppress it. Do not worship it. Just ask it, what are you trying to show me? As Brother Ishmael would say, what is the learning here? What value are you protecting? What truth are you asking me to face? What condition have I allowed to have dominion? What is mine to accept? What is mine to change? What is mine to release? And what is mine to stop calling God? Doubt is a sacred opening into our dominion, into our real selves, into the love that's waiting for us, the love that continues, the love that endures, the love that is continuously expressing in and through and as us even now. Through the doubt, even now. Through the pain, even now. Through the fire, even now. Through the storm, even now. Through the betrayal, even now. Through the setbacks, even now. Through the sickness, even now. Through the abuse, even now. Love prevails. And sometimes doubt is the doorway to that grand opening. Namaste. Thank you. I'm going to quit talking about getting kicked out of black clubs. That's not...
That's okay.
I don't have to tell everybody about that, but I tell on myself to stay authentic. I want to expose every hiding place that I have. And I hide in my secrets. I hide in every place I won't talk about. Yes? So the way to stop hiding is always tell the truth. Be impeccable with my word. And if it looks like something can be a blessing for somebody else, then it's mine to share for them. And that's why I went through it. Not for me to be ashamed, that I can help someone else out of their shame.
Living a life in oneness is painful sometimes. I go through pains because you don't get that in most of the world we go around. And it's hard.
Painful. I can tell you, John, not as painful as not doing it, though.
Well, true. I meant it's like
No,
it's still
you're
not
right.
easy.
You're right. That's why Scripture said Jesus wept.
Yeah. Wow.
He's like, I'm loving Shakespeare said, laws what fools these mortals be. I have been that fool.
Yeah.
I still am, though. Being a fool is not the problem. What am I being a fool for? Not just for the sake of being foolish. I'm going. I'm stopping. I stopped stopping. I got my foot up. I'm doing, whoa, mule. But Muhammad Ali, he used to clown around and talk a lot of smack. And it's funny, this comes up because my driver coming in from Afghanistan. And so whenever I'm with people from there, we get into different conversations. And he likes MMA and I like MMA. And he's talking about the boxers that he met. And I told him that I met Muhammad Ali before. And we love him. I mean, you can't not but love Muhammad Ali. He's like the most recognized face on the planet before social media.
Yes,
okay, before social media, he was a global phenomenon. Okay, and why am I telling you this now?
I don't know.
Oh well.
Okay. It'll come back, maybe.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not. Oh, here it is. Because I'm not attached to it. I get to look foolish. Okay? If people laughing at me is going to open them up, laugh on, please. Let me be the fool. So they ask him about, she said, thank you. They ask him about how come he's always clowning around and making a fool of him, just always acting like that. Ali looked at him and said, a wise man can act a fool, but a fool cannot act like a wise man.
Wow. Yeah.
Just know when you're out there acting a fool, it's because you're wise enough to be the fool. You're wise enough to be the fool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're moving to our time of sharing. We share from that same collective consciousness of oneness and wholeness where we're not separate from our good. We're not separate from the wealth and the peace that we desire. And so we share from a consciousness of having, of knowing that there's always more, that I'm always accepting more, that I'm always open to the more. And I demonstrate this by keeping my resources, not just finances, resources. That means my love, that means my abilities, that means my brain. I keep it in circulation. I keep it moving. That's why it's called currency. It has a flow to it. And so here we're stepping into that divine flow, knowing that it is used, that the divine flow is not used, that the divine flow actually creates more of itself. It creates more of itself in participation with it. That's the law of circulation. It's the what you give is given back to you. But there's an expectation of more. And the universe is always responding. I gratefully accept this truth for my life right now, and I plunge pell-mell into this reality. And all I think and all I say and all I do, I know the universe blesses me, blesses all of lifetime with every breath and every heartbeat. I say yes, and I stride boldly into it with this affirmation that we say together here now. Please repeat after me. From a consciousness of abundance and centered in gratitude, I generously give. I accept the gifts of prosperity and abundance as I demonstrate divine circulation in my life. In gratitude, I freely give.
In gratitude, I freely give.
In joyful acceptance, I freely receive.
In joyful acceptance, I freely receive.
So it is.
Thank you. And if you're giving online, the address is give@sfcsl.org, and that's Zelle and PayPal. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. So it is.
Remembering who I am. That's when the prodigal son came to himself. He remembered who he is. We're going into a spiritual mind treatment. It's what we call affirmative prayer. We're not asking God to fix things, to come from from the mountain of the sky and into our miserable lives and fix it. We affirm here that our lives are already whole, already perfect, and already complete. Whole because there's nothing missing. Perfect because God don't make no junk. And complete because everything necessary for me to complete my mission, my task on this earth is already present when I got here. Because the universe goes ahead of me preparing that which I need even before I know I need it. Dr. Holmes says it conspires for our good. The Bible says it's the good pleasure, the Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. All these old traditions are telling me that I'm blessed. I'm tired of arguing about it. I'm just willing to accept it at face value at this point. So as we move into this spiritual mind treatment, I want you to affirm your wholeness and your perfection and your completeness and find a doubt, find a fear, find a condition that you can bring into that wholeness, that perfection, and that completeness. This is a community of consciousness. It's a cacophony of sound, a symphony of you will, if you will. I am the reed in God's saxophone. Each of us are vibrating on a frequency as one of the notes, as the ambiance in the room, as the people listening. It's all happening at one time to all of us. And it's from this perspective that I'm speaking my word. There's one life, one mind, one power, and one presence. One eternal giving nature. It is the life, the mind, the power, the presence, and the eternal giving nature of God, the good, the indwelling, and self-existent one that lives and breathes and has its being in and through and as all of creation. It lives and breathes and has its being in and through and as me, the San Francisco Center for Spiritual Living, all truth centers and all truth seekers, everyone, everywhere, everyone here today, everyone in our hearts, everyone in our minds, every memory, every anticipation, it all fades into God. It all flows from the divine. All of the live streamers, every condition on the planet, every system on the planet, every circumstance on the planet, everything happening in the universe, it all fades into God. It all flows from that infinite source. I am one with this. Each of us is one. And because I know this is true, I'm speaking my word now that right where I am and just as I am, all is well. And what I say for me, I say for all beings everywhere, because God is first person present tense. That is the language of creation. And I'm speaking the language of creation not just for myself, but for all beingness everywhere, because we are one in consciousness, one in beingness, one in the individualization of the wholeness in all of us. So the vibrational frequency, the ripple on the pond, goes in every direction, up and down in every side. The spoken word right now is vibrating a frequency in each of us, activating the realization in each of us that there is something whole, perfect, and complete that's always alive and always continuous, acting right now. It's acting on the fear. It's acting on the doubt. It's acting on the lack. It's acting on the limitations. It's acting on the fear. It's acting on the rage. It's acting on the pain. It's acting on the, oh God, ain't it awful? And it's big enough, strong enough, wise enough, beautiful enough, and compassionate enough to contain all of this and nurture it and caress it and bring it back into fullness of its being, the fullness of its bounty. The lotus sprouts in the mud but blossoms in the sun. I'm not angry about my muddy roots. I'm not angry about my muddy past. I'm not angry about the mud in my life right now. I know that there's a shoot, there's a sprout, there's a blossom of consciousness that's stretching towards the heaven and opening towards my radiant splendor of my divine being. And it's calling me effortlessly, ever present, calling me to the grandest expression of myself. And I say, yes, I, yes, I, yes, I, yes, I, yes, yes, and yes, and every yes is a deeper surrender into the truth of my being. And what I'm saying about myself, I'm saying about all beings everywhere. The yes is prevalent. The yes is dominant. The yes is sovereign. The yes is leading the way and charging deeper into the awareness of the depth of my being and releasing that inner splendor that embraces the doubt, embraces the fear, and knows the shadow is necessary for the contrast to be complete, for the form to be recognized. It's the flip side of the light. And you can't spin one side without the other. And so all of me, Spirit, God is singing that Billie Holiday song, all of me. Why not take all of me? I take it all. And I bless it all. And what I'm saying for me, for myself, I'm saying for each of us, we bring it all in, we breathe it all in, and we allow it to bless us and caress us and nurture us into the greatest expression because we give it presence at the altar of God, and the altar of God is our open heart, saying yes and laying open everything unlike and saying yes. And we are healed in this moment with the yes. We're healed in this moment with the yes. We're healed in this moment with the yes. We're healed in this moment with the yes, which is a letting go and a letting God take over. Be the force, be the activity, and be the divine presence in my life, in all life, everywhere. This is our truth this day. This is our birthright. This is our divine being made manifest and happening in the here and in the now. And for this, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I say what I see, and I see what I say, and I see the shimmering lights in this room right now. And I'm so humbled by the activity of consciousness, of spirit. I let go, and I let God, knowing that it's already so. that each of us is open to this divine reality within ourselves. And please say together with me now. And so it is. And amen. And I share. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om, in every possible way.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part. If you're brave enough, look at somebody and sing it to them.
Face of God.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
We'll try love. You are the love of God.
You are the love of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my
You
heart.
are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the love of God.
You are the love of
The
God.
light of God. You are the light of
You
God.
are the light of God.
I hold you in my
I
heart.
hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the face of
You
God.
are the face of God.
What a beautiful song, my God.
Indeed. Thank you, Dr. John.
Thanks to Karen Drucker for writing that.
Indeed.
For an amazing amount of chants she wrote. I mean, it just keeps coming.
Indeed. I'm leaving the announcements to you, Dr. John.
Okay, well, here we go. Next Sunday, we have a celebration for Daniel and Venetia's son, Khalil. In addition to fellowship, Pierre Angeli is feeling under the weather, so she asked me to say, bring more food than usual if you are planning to bring something to share. So, and there'll be many other folks. If Daniel wants to share something about it, you could. Or no.
Come celebrate. It's kind of like a christening, but in the tradition of Centers for Spiritual Living. So not so serious.
Yes. Thank you for that. Thanks for reminding me.
Celebratory and affirming, and also affirming Khalil's place in our collective hearts and as a community as well.
Wonderful.
While I have y'all's attention, boxing Tuesday mornings at 8, Saturdays at 10, and visioning first Wednesdays at 6 p.m. online. He does. He hasn't started yet. He knows.
It's growing up fast already. Wow. Look at that. So, I think that might be, there's one more thing. We are in Gemini land. Now you know where I'm going with this. So,
Yeah.
our beloved minister had his birthday this week, so we were going to sing Happy
come on.
Birthday. And, well,
It's the perfect size.
perfect size cake.
We're doing it after the service or no?
I don't know. I mean, you're,
Um.
anyone leading the one, oh, sorry. The Stevie Wonder one, you're best at leading it.
Well, happy birthday to me.
ya.
Happy birthday to
to
you.
ya.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. You know, I just feel so loved. You know, and I've been feeling down. And I've been having some challenges, but you know, it's nice to be loved. And I encourage us all to reach out to one another. If you want a phone call, let us
Yeah.
know. Okay? You talk to me. so someone can call you, and that someone might be me, because we are a community. And I'll be honest with you, calling people is not my strong suit, you know, but I'm being called to a higher level. I'm being called to a different perspective, and I'm having to overcome that reticence. I don't know where it got agency in my mind, where it became sovereign in my consciousness, but it's time for it to get off the throne, because Daddy's home and he's back, you know. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to step into my greatness. So it is.
Moving into the benediction.
Benediction. Man, a couple things, because I have an epilogue here. This doubt has been wearing me out. So I'm just going to say this right there. My closing line was, doubt is not the place where faith goes to die. Doubt is the doorway where faith learns to discern, or you can say learns to listen. Doubt is my doorway. Can we say doubt is
Doubt is my doorway.
Doubt is my doorway. When we see doubt, it's, a door.
Right.
You see? The doorway where faith listens, anticipates, and embraces the moment. That's what doubt is doing. God bless us, everyone. That's what that's the wisdom of Tiny Tim. God bless us, everyone. So we leave here today completely empowered by the idea that God is, I am, and all is well. That we walk and talk and live and breathe and have our beings as one within the one. Walking, talking, living, breathing as one, in the one, through the one. All is well here. All is well. So convinced are we of this that we have a stride, a glide in our stride, a lift in our step. We keep our heads up with hope, anticipation, and reverence, because we know this irrefutable fact. Please repeat after me. The light of God surrounds me.
The light of God surrounds me.
The love of God enfolds me.
The love of God enfolds me.
The power of God protects and watches over me.
The power of God protects and watches over me.
The wisdom of God guides and directs me. And the substance of God supplies, supports, and sustains me. Wherever I am, wherever I go, whatever I think, do, or say, God is, and all is well. And so it is.
So it is.
That's who we are.
Let's gather in a circle and sing, I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up, and you are the place. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. You are the place where God shows up. And we are the place. We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. We are the place where God shows up. And I am the place. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up.
Indeed. Thank you, thank you,